Morning, YouTube. I've just got up. It is what time is it? 8:49. A nice little lie-in today because I am deloading. It's not really a word I like to use because it's a bit soft. But in other words, I've got a full 7 days, full week off the gym. Just to sort of recover and give my body a bit of rest because it was showing signs that I was a little bit battered, like dropping reps and stuff and not really being able to recover properly from some of my sessions. And we are on the back end of a health phase, like literally the last week. So I'll be taking bloods in the next couple of days when they arrive in the post. And then we'll be moving on from there to gain a fuckload more muscle. So I'm just gonna bang in my electrolytes and such and supplements for the morning, and then I've got to take a little walk to Lidl to get some egg whites. So that's what we're gonna do. So for the supplements, start with, let me just move this out of the way. Hydrate electrolyte powder from Neon, which is also where this top is from, which is fucking sick. One scoop of this bad boy. Also using Systol Max from Strom. Scoop of that. Scoop of glutamine, which is always good to take fasted before any meals. I do anyway. I don't know whether it actually does anything because I'm not a fucking scientist, but apparently it's better to take as it's like a digestive sort of aid. So I always take it fasted. And then of course creatine, every bodybuilder's first cheeky powder that they take when their mum's like, "Oh, you can't take creatine, you're not taking that, what is it, bloody steroids?" No, Mum. It's just freaking creatine. Anyway, that is the morning concoction all done. So I'll shake that up, and then I'm gonna get on my capsules and stuff that I also take first thing in the morning. Slam this, and then take a little walk to Lidl. So this is the sort of tablet capsule side of things. So I got 4 of these. Oh, focus. Blood pressure and kidney from Neon. And Synergize, which is just general organ support. Omega-3s. Turbo-Choline. Turbo-Erase. Vitamin C. And vitamin D3 plus K2. And that is them all in there. So I will neck that along with my morning drink. So I've been to Lidl, got myself what I needed, egg whites and some toothpaste. And then the middle little aisle is fucking, they've absolutely had me. They got some glass Tupperware. So you know I had to fucking cop that shit. So yeah, got some of that. Alright, this is meal one ready. Got 3 eggs, 100 grams of sourdough, 120 grams or milliliters of egg whites, which I've made into like an omelette. Sort of see it underneath the one sourdough and egg there. Fucked up my eggs, or one of the eggs. This one's like, looks like it's going to be runny, which is cool. That one is completely fucked, but you know, whatever. Can't be perfect. And then I got black coffee, nice, lovely, frothy black Americano. That is last night's Pepsi's cans, so don't you worry about them. Time to scran this, watch a bit of YouTube. I'll probably stick on Mr. Casey there. And then sort of chill, let it digest, and then I'll probably go for a little walk, stretch the legs, get some steps in, have a little walk around town, have a little nose. I think there's a some sort of market on in town today, so I don't know, go and have a little look at that. What a freaking lovely day. Sunshine is out. Doing some stepperoonies. It's very, very nice. Bit of fucking sun on the skin. Lovely and warm. And don't get me wrong, if I took my hoodie off, I'd probably be absolutely freezing. But I'm alright. When I'm in the sun, and when I'm not in the sun, it's a little bit chilly, but I like it. It's nice fucking sort of springy, proper spring weather. So I'm basically just gonna walk around the park now. Just fucking for as long as I feel like, to be honest with you. Because I got a holiday booked off work. I'm chilling. Probably go do my cardio in a little bit. Did my rehab yesterday, so probably do my rehab next, probably tomorrow now. Yes, as I was saying, going to rehab again tomorrow, which is Wednesday. So typically I do, I'm doing 3 days a week rehab, so I'll do Monday, Wednesday, and then depending on like my schedule and how I'm feeling, but I can be asked. Sometimes I do it on a Saturday or a Thursday or even a Sunday, but I'll probably do it on Sunday. Just 'cause I like to have a couple of days between each sort of rehab session, just to any aggravation of what I'm trying to rehab, which sometimes happens. Just gives it a few days to settle down, so I'm not constantly battering it. Just give me a chance to actually recover from the rehab, to let it do its job. Yeah, so I'm just going to do the rest of my steps and I'll pick up with you in a bit. Alright, so this is meal 2. It's just 100 grams of jasmine rice, 135 grams cooked chicken, and some mixed vegetables, which I think is about 150 grams of just like a pre-frozen mix. And then I got a drizzle of 5 grams of extra virgin olive oil. So I'll scran this, and then I think go for another walk after, because the sun's out, so I get a bit of sunshine. And I'll probably go to the gym like that and do my cardio. At meal 2, wiped out. Now I'm gonna go for a little drive to a nice park location, have a little walk around. I'm gonna have a little walk around, a little bit of sip of water, and then I'll pick up the camera for meal 3, which will be one of my, well, I like all my meals on my meal plan, but it's beef mince, white potatoes, and almond butter with some vegetables as well, which is going to be phenomenal. And I'm going to have to eat that a little bit sooner than I usually would, because I've started eating my meal later, which is what I usually do on rest days anyway, because it's less food. So by eating it later, I could spread it out, and in that way I don't, sometimes on my rest days I find myself getting hungry because I'm on less food, and it's spaced out differently to my training days. So I'm actually gonna have to eat my next meal in like, like 2 hours, which is fine. Which that'll be at like, what's that, 4 o'clock ish, around that sort of time. And then
Next meal after that will be probably 7, and then after that my last meal will be about 8:45, 9 p.m, and then I'll be asleep for about 9:30 p.m, and I wake up at 5 a.m. tomorrow to go back to my normal everyday job, which I'm only working actually 2 days this week. So I had today and yesterday booked off annual leave just as like a recovery post Arnold's. Just sort of have 2 days to myself, just sort of chill, which I'm glad I did actually, because the weather's been pretty sick both days, so it's nice to just get out in the sun. Otherwise I just get stuck in a factory and my normal job, and if there's sunshine I like to make the most of it, because you know we do not get much of it here in the UK. Anyway, we're a bit of a tangent there. And then I've actually got Friday off of work as well as a bank holiday, because it's Good Friday, and then you got Saturday, don't know what you call that, and Easter Sunday, and then the Monday following is a bank holiday, so a nice long weekend, which I'm very much looking forward to. As I mentioned previously, I'm going to be off the gym all week for the full 7 days, just as, you know, deload week time off, give my body a chance to recharge and then get back to it and be training very hard to get some fucking muscle on this frame. So yeah, I'm gonna go for a little walk, get some sunshine, see a little bit of nature, and like I said, I'll catch up with you on meal 3. Yeah boys, don't lost the time. A bit of a fucking gap between last gym and this one. We're at the gym. Cardio, that like really annoying guys. I don't even know if you can hear me right now. Do a bit of cardio, half an hour, in and out, and load stuff. So yeah, and then I'll get back for meal 4, do some meal prep for tomorrow. Go to sleep. So yeah, I'll check back in after cardio. So back to the gym, did my cardio and did a little bit of chatting to some people. I did eat meal 3 before I went to the gym. I forgot to record that, and it was literally just same as meal 2, so it was just 100 grams jasmine rice, 135 grams cooked chicken, and some veg, and then 5 milliliter of olive oil. And I ate that, and then I went to do cardio, and then now I'm back from the gym, just had a shower, and now I'm cutting up potatoes to eat with meal 4 and prep for tomorrow's meals as well, because I'm back at my normal job tomorrow, so I'm gonna prep my food, get my meals ready the night before like I always do, and then when it comes to it I can just grab a meal, make it in the microwave for 5 minutes to serve, and then eat away, nice and easy. And that is potatoes. Oh fuck, I dropped one. Yeah, we sound that. Right, this potatoes done. I'll bang them all in this big mixing bowl. Can't remember if last time I filmed on YouTube that I told you how to cut potatoes. I think I might have. We'll go through it again. Basically, once I've chopped them up into like cubes, like roughly that size, I bang them all in the bowl, and then that goes there. Wash the starch off my hands, and then I literally just get black pepper on top. Yeah, that. shaker. On top of plenty of that. And that is, yeah, that's pretty much it. And I'll just give these a little shake. And then I'll just bang them in the microwave for 5 minutes, which just softens them up. And then once they're nice and soft, I'll then air fry them on max crisp setting for like 15 minutes, and that'll give us some nice crispy potatoes. That's meal 4 ready. 150 grams of lean beef mince, 350 grams of white potato, some peppers fried with the beef as well, and then the exact same meal over there ready for tomorrow. We'll let that cool down and prep, and then they'll be good for the fridge. And then that is today's meal 5, which is last meal, which is cream of rice, 20 grams dark chocolate, and then I'll put berries and whey on top of that. Just have to let it cool for a minute, and I'll pop it in the fridge in a little minute. And then I'm gonna make tomorrow's meal 1, which is 3 eggs, 120 gram of egg whites, and some sourdough. So I'm gonna do that and eat that. Actually, also forgot to say, on this meal, I've got some Nando's sweet chili jam, which is the goated sauce. Oh dear. And got to put on 20 grams of almond butter, which I completely forgot about. And that is the last meal of the day. I'm gonna eat this, watch a bit of YouTube, and go to bed. Blue light blockers are on. Last meal is going in. Cheeky bit of YouTube on the telly, and then I'm going to fucking sleep. So thanks for watching, and good night.